Good evening. Welcome to the November 17th meeting of the Millis School Committee. I'll start by announcing the meeting is being recorded and can be viewed on Mondays at 7 o'clock on Comcast Channel 8 or Verizon Channel 37. Start with a roll call vote. Denise?
Here.
Sean?
Here.
I'm here. Superintendent? Here. Mr. Catalano?
Present.
Jen?
Here.
Representative? Student representative? Jody, do we have anybody signing in open session?
We do not.
Excellent. All right. First action item tonight is approval of the meeting minutes from October 20th.
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Doherty.
make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from October 20th.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, the student representatives.
On the 25th, there's a half day. There's going to be the football game on Thanksgiving, which is the 26th this year. The first quarter has just ended, and the fall sports, most of them have finished their seasons, and the winter sports are starting up on the 30th. And the Millis juniors and seniors just had their annual Powder Puff game, and the juniors have won.
Ooh. Thank you.
For all schools, there'll be a bullying prevention parent information night that will be presented by the Massachusetts Aggression Reduction Center, and that will be on December 9th at 6:30 p.m. at the Millis High School auditorium. Child care will be provided in the Millis High School cafeteria, and the committee is also hoping to be able to come up with a door prize to present to one of the attendees. Homeschool Association is thanked for providing a lot of the funding for this event. And student training will occur in January, and that will focus on cyberbullying, and that will be primarily presented to the middle school students. Clyde Brown is having a parent conference next Monday and Tuesday in the afternoons, and it's a half day next week for all three schools on Wednesday. Middle school, their fifth grade parents will be having a happy parent-teacher conferences as well on Monday and Tuesday. And they will have half days for the fifth grade students. The eighth grade students are collecting food for Thanksgiving boxes, and those will be donated to the town's food pantry. In the high school, we had NIAS visit, and it seemed to be a success. Our school was found to be doing a good job personalizing learning, and they told us that we exemplified our small school, big family mission, that we show a good amount of connection between the faculty and students. They did note that we are lacking space in the building. That was the one kind of negative in the report. Not that we've seen a full report yet, but what they reported back to us. We have had seniors already begun working on their senior projects, and you may see some of them if you go to the football game or around town. Some are trying to do various fundraising activities or town-wide activities. We had Travis Roy visit the high school last Friday. He gave a wonderful speech, very motivating, and talked about the importance of education. And Southampton High School sent some representatives here on Monday from Southampton, New York, because they are starting a school Spanish immersion program. I guess they've had it for the younger grades, but they're moving it up to the high school now, and Millis is one of the only high schools, or the only high school in the Northeast, so they came to observe, and they appreciated being able to see Spanish immersion at the high school level in practice.
Thank you very much. Don't have anything for timely learning tonight, so we'll move to the superintendent report.
I would
would like first to request that our guests come up to the center, because we have a very special honor to provide this evening to two of our students. So, first of all, I am pleased to present the Superintendent's Award to Eleni Lazarides, who has been a leader in our building both academically and in extracurricular activities. She was the recipient of the Harvard Book Award last year for her excellence in the classroom, has won a host of academic awards at Millis High School over the past 3+ years. For example, the Fibonacci Award, the Excellence in Spanish 2 Honors Award, Excellence in Spanish 4 Honors, Excellence in Honors Chemistry, to name just a few. She is a leader in our school, serving as the Executive Board President for the Student Council this year, while also holding the position of Class Secretary sophomore year and Vice President junior year. She serves as president of our Peer Leaders Organization and is a treasurer of the Leo's Club. Eleni has been part of the Art Club, Amnesty International, and newspaper. She served on the prom committee and was selected as a student ambassador to attend the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Conference her sophomore year. She has been an active volunteer in the community and tutors at Clyde Brown a couple of days per week. Eleni, you are being awarded the Superintendent's Award for your excellence both in academics and your extracurricular leadership. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
We are also pleased this evening to honor Gianna Depril for the award from the the National School Development Council Award for Academic Growth and Student Leadership in Learning. NESDEC is the sponsoring organization. Gianna has played 4 varsity sports each year of high school: soccer, equestrian, ski team, and tennis, has maintained A's and some B's in all honors classes and a 3.97 GPA, has been inducted into the National Honor Society and the National Art Honor Society, has regularly volunteered at Forever Home Rescue, holds down 2 jobs, childcare at the Adirondack Club, and artist at the Rustic Marlin. I think her ability to manage her time, to stay focused on the big picture, and participate, not only participate, but excel at all of her activities, is what makes Gianna deserving of the Academic Growth and Student Leadership in Learning Award. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
It's always my favorite part of the year. Thank you.
Thank you.
More mundane matters, we also have an enrollment report. Somewhere buried in here. Here it is. Enrollment is up 3 students overall in the district, with several of our students who had been choice students moving to town. In fact, several of them are members, are children of faculty members who have sought and been able to finally find housing and move into Millis permanently. So we have still 72 choice students, with 25 students going out of district for a total of 1,391 students. I'd also like to announce we have been successful in hiring our part-time transportation director. You have what we call a blue sheet. I don't know if it's blue in your packet, or a white sheet, but a personnel action sheet in your packet. We're happy to announce that Mary Jane Driscoll is our .5 transportation director. She has been a transportation director for many years, I believe 6 years, and has been, prior to that, a bus driver, is a safety instructor for the National Safety Council, and a professional driving instructor for AAA. So we're happy to have Mary Jane and her expertise. We have also hired Angel Lopez as our custodian at Clyde Brown, and we're happy to hire Angel, who is filling a position. One of our custodians happily is staying home with his newborn daughter, so we're thrilled. Son, sorry. So we're happy for him, and we're happy to welcome Angel Lopez on board as our custodian at Clyde Brown. We also have been able to finalize our long-term substitute teacher for the Spanish immersion in grades 3 and 4. Our teachers planned very well, so they have back-to-back maternity leaves in grades 3 and 4. And those two classes collaborate a lot and do a lot together. I was in there last week when they were doing their phenomenal engineering projects, building prototypes, and doing a wonderful job in mixed stage immersion classrooms. So I welcome Sylvia Padilla, who is a native speaker of Spanish and has excellent experience as well. Sylvia is joining us after having taught in Florida and also in the Clinton public schools at the high school level as a long-term sub. In your packets you also have a technology summary of the accomplishments the technology department accomplished this summer. Quite extensive. When Kate Tessier comes in, I'm sure she'll mention some of that, but I wanted to provide you with that. You have the Mohawk Post in your packets, which is our first term newspaper. Excellent job on that. And the Millis Public School highlights that we provided for people as a handout coming into town meeting. That's all. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
For the chairman's report at town meeting, a couple of weeks ago, the town did approve the warrant article for the sped vehicle that we had put, so we will be able to purchase that. We appreciate the town's support in helping us turn that fleet over. We are correspondence. The other thing, we'll be moving into a working session shortly to discuss, begin discussing the early stages of what a fiscal 17 budget could look like. One of the other items that did come up at town meeting in conversations that surrounded the citizen petition articles for the fields was the need for maintenance of existing fields and just the concept of upkeep overall. And it was mentioned there and has been mentioned multiple other places that maintenance is one of the key things that we lack in town, both on the school side and municipal facilities. And has been the case due to, being the easiest thing or the first thing that usually gets cut, and then trying to get back to funding these types of maintenance things, unfortunately, either has to come at the cost of other operating budgets, or there will potentially come a point when we need to raise the funds elsewhere, and unfortunately the state isn't going to be that source. So that'll be part of the conversations we have over the next few months. Next, subcommittee reports.
Give an MSBA
Yeah.
update. So 2 weeks ago, there was a meeting in Boston with the MSBA Design Selection Committee to talk through all of the 11 submittals that we had from different architectural firms. Of those, there were 4 that were selected to come in and do interviews. So every firm had 30 minutes to present, 10 minutes for questions and answers. That actually occurred this morning downtown Boston at the MSBA offices. I'm pleased to report that the district, along with the MSBA, has selected Taipei Architects. They were one of the folks that the Millis representatives liked from the initial round of 11, and today gave a fantastic presentation. They were head and shoulders above all of the other participants today. So we got to see some potential renderings of what an ad reno would look like. So an addition and renovation, renovation by itself, brand new building, and it's really just to get a flavor and a sense of what these firms can do. So nothing that will end up being our end result by any stretch, but it was nice for us to see the teams interact, see what kind of thoughts and creative processes that they had, and how familiar they are with MSBA and whatnot. So that's where we are. From here, we will be issuing a press release to get this information out, and then we'll be looking for the first public kickoff to happen at the very beginning of January. So that information will be pushed out to the public as soon as that date is solidified, now that the architect is on board. And then right now is actually contract phase for the architectural firm.
What will the kickoffs for the public be? Will they be
It'll be
feedback sessions,
it'll be a visioning session.
Okay.
So it will be led both by the project management firm, which is Compass Project Management, and the design firm, Taipei. There's an educational planner that they have as part of their team, who is an expert in taking feedback from the community based on what they want to see in the school, what they want their children to be exposed to, and then translating that into design, working with the architects. So that initial session is exactly that. It's getting feedback from the community. So it's talking about who all the players are and then having a feedback session, much like if anybody went to the downtown business visioning session, it would be something similar to that.
Mr. Chair. They also interview the teachers and the administrators as well.
They do all of that as part of the process, but from a public perspective, this is the first one that will kick off and give the public feedback. But they'll go through and they'll do administrators, they'll speak with teachers, they'll speak with parents. So they'll talk to various different groups. But the January one will be open to the public.
No other correspondence, we've already covered that in the superintendent's report. Then we'll move to school committee announcements. Anybody?
Mr. Chair?
Yeah.
I'd just like to congratulate the Millis football team for a great season. They worked really hard. The last game didn't end the way we liked. It was close to it, but it's a great season. Certainly, we should be proud of it.
We do have executive session, as I mentioned. We'll move to a working session and then we'll adjourn from there into executive session. So,
We did another,
Yes.
I think we did.
So we'll do that. So I'll take a motion to adjourn to executive session for the purpose of contract negotiations with Joe Lynn and Bob Mulaney. And then we will be returning to a working session subsequent to that.
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Catalano.
I make a motion that we adjourn to an executive session for contract negotiations for Joe Lynn and Robert Mulaney, and then going into working session after the executive session.
Been moved?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call vote. Jen?
Aye.
Steve?
Aye.
Aye. Sean?
Aye.
Denise?
Aye.
All right. Thank you all very much. Our next televised meeting will be December 1st. Hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving and see you in a few weeks.